also have Frodo, and this is the first time. Ah! Stay away! I'm Salad, and I saw The Lord of the Rings 1, The Fellowship of the Ring. It is directed by Peter Jackson, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. Before I start this review, I know that this is a beloved series, so I'm not going to try to butcher my recap of this. I'm going to go over the plot briefly and mention things that I really do like about this film because, oh my goodness, I can understand why people want to binge watch the trilogy of Lord of the Rings. I also have a sword, don't mind the sword. The very beginning with all the expedition dump of what's the world like and what's up with all the rings, oh my goodness, this is genius. I really like how description, the backstory is. Who is Sauron? What are all these guys doing here? What are all these rings exist? Why do we have to give all them rings to the humans and all the other races? Why is there such an uneven spread of all the rings in between all the races? You telling me that men get 9 rings and like the elves get less than 9 rings? Like why? Why is there such an uneven spread? Leave a comment below if you know more about Lord of the Rings than I do, because I definitely don't know everything about Lord of the Rings, but I do understand the hype and I like this series already. Bilbo Baggins, hands of finding the ring after Gollum's like, oh my precious, ooh. And then I see this guy and I'm like, oh, I remember all them gifts with the guy be like, oh my precious, and I didn't know what it came from or why there's so many bugs around me, but I saw that, I was like, okay, cool, I understand the ref, I get it, I understand, That's honestly how I feel about movies that I'm now watching for the first time, and I understand where all these gifts come from. There's a wasp bear, and I don't like that. I'm gonna go real quick about this. I don't wanna be near the wasp. I think the wasp was, I gotta go fast. We also have Frodo, and this is the first time, Stay away! Man, I don't think I would ever be able to live in medieval times because there's so many bugs in medieval times, and bugs are my worst enemy. First of all, the Hobbits. I've probably seen the Hobbit movie at least once, and I was like, oh, Hobbits, I don't know what they are. Oh my goodness, I know what a Hobbit is and why they matter at all and why that movie was even existed, because oh my goodness, there's a whole tiny community full of Hobbit dudes, they're so cute. And I'm like, man, I want to hang out with these guys. These seem like they're having a nice little chill time, a little nice little simple life, and establishing the simple life of all them hobbits before going on and embarking on this journey for this ring. Well, I guess he has the ring. How to get rid of this ring, the ultimate ring, the big old ring of power that everyone's trying to get from him the entire time. Everyone's trying to get this ring from Frodo. I'm like, Frodo, you're such a nice dude. How are you not succumbing to the evil whims of the ring? Of course, this ring has one master, so the time that you put it on, I love this detail. You're invisible to the entire world around you, but you're incredibly visible to people who are looking for the ring. Like the guys who own the ring, you know, those guys, I forgot their name. Jess, could you put them here? What was that guy's name? Man, now I feel like a fake Lord of the Rings fan because I don't remember his name, but oh my goodness, this is such a good movie. We gotta bring good old pal Sam. Sam and Frodo are having a nice little adventure. Ooh, it's adventure time. And wow, there's more hobbits that are coming around. There's a bunch of hobbits now. There's like 4 hobbits, and now we're going across the place, the Middle Earth, I guess. We're going across the place. We gotta go to a city. Oh, I gotta go to this one city. Oh, maybe we should leave the ring here. It'll be nice and safe in hands. And then like literally the next shot, the next scene is like, oh, we cannot at all keep the ring here. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is nice, because Frodo does not want any protection. He does not want to protect the ring at all, even though he is the only one who has no desire to hold on to the ring. Everybody else is like, oh, I want the ring. I'm gonna steal it from you. We have so many attempts to steal the ring from you. I'm like, Frodo, you have to keep the ring. This is how you can tell we have a true leader, a guy who is supposed to be wielding the ring, is when he does not want to wield the ring. Everybody else wants to wield the ring, and that's what makes them not worthy. Man, there's so many trials and tribulations. First of all, I like Gandalf. Gandalf is such a cool guy. I think I would definitely chill with him. It's quite unfortunate how much taller he is than the other hobbits, and it's also quite unfortunate that he gets betrayed and he gets locked up. And we have the fun hobbits like, oh, we're gonna go to this place because Gandalf told us we're gonna meet here, and then we'll get to the place and Gandalf's not there, and it's like, oh, something weird is happening, oh, we're gonna talk to another guy, and I'm like, don't you know that stranger danger exists? What is Hobbit world like for you? Is it like a huge farmer community that like nothing bad happens, you know everybody, you know everything? It's a big ale community. I would drink some of the Hobbit ale if I was living there, but it's just a nice little community, and you're not supposed to trust everybody else outside of community because it's tribalism. Tribalism exists in the world, and I bet the hobbits were like, oh, I'm gonna be more friendly towards hobbits, blah, blah, blah. Imagine if you saw a hobbit outside of your tribe. I'm not actually sure about hobbits, like if they're outside of just one particular tribe, if there's like multiple groups of hobbits. Like, let me know in the comments if there are multiple groups of hobbits across Middle-earth, or is just this one really big group of hobbits that Frodo comes from? Is it, what if you saw a hobbit that was in part of your group? Would that hobbit want to be near you because you're simply a hobbit? This movie is so long. I watched the extended version. It was the only version that was on Max, by the way. Why did they change it from HBO Max to Max? Freaking HBO is the more recognizable part than the Max part, in my opinion. But anyway, this is not a video about that. This is a video about Lord of the Rings extended cut, which is like 3 hours and 40 minutes long or something like that. And I watched all of that. And while watching this, I was like, okay, I can see why this is a nice time. I feel like that I would probably fall asleep during this, and I didn't because I was also doing some other stuff at the same time watching this movie, so I was, you know, not trying to sleep or anything during this movie, and I felt the need to like, oh man, I feel like I'm gonna doze off if I were just to be watching this movie in a theater, like God intended, okay? But you know, Lord of the Rings is fun. This movie has a lot of cool swords, has a lot of cool weapons, a lot of cool monsters. Like we have what I essentially would call it a kraken, but it's not a kraken, but it reminds me of a kraken. We got that guy, he's really cool. Oh, we have a whole journey to go to the mountain, to throw the ring into the pit of volcano in the mountain at the top of the mountain. And everybody's tried to attempt it. Some people's tried to attempt to destroy the ring, but nobody's been able to do it successfully. And now this is the journey in which Frodo must embark on. And this movie is just a lot of setup to start walking. There's a lot of walking in this movie. This movie is probably 60% walking and 20% in a building, and then like the rest of it, I guess would be another 20%. The next 20% would be action. And that's pretty much the sum of this movie. More attempts of people trying to steal the ring from Frodo. I'm like, Frodo, you gotta have a tighter leash on that ring. Just having it around your neck is not enough, okay? That stuff can slide off your head if you were to dangle like head first down, like near gravity in the floor. If your head was near the floor, your ring would fall off your neck and then somebody would have it, which is definitely a lot of the time what's happening in this movie. A lot of people have tried to steal the ring from Frodo himself, and I'm like, man, y'all need to chill, okay? Don't you know that he's trying to help you? Because this ring is just trying to trick you, and everyone's getting tricked by this ring because everyone in the world except for Frodo sucks and is a terrible person who's trying to take advantage of life. And I now understand the title of the movie, The Fellowship of the Ring, and I also do appreciate how we have a bunch of elves and we have like some dwarves, and they're mortal enemies, and they have to come together, fight this common enemy of these annoying ring people trying to steal this ring back. You need this ring? Oh, if you like it, you should put a ring on it. If you like it, you put a ring on it. You should have done that before. Put that ring on that finger. Why didn't you do it before? You freaking do. You know that song. And the movie ends not at the volcano. It starts with Frodo with a bunch of the Fellowship of the Ring, which is like 8 other people trying to take him to the place in which he can go to the mountain, but it disbands, and oh no, Gandalf is got. Oh no, now there's 8 people, and now we're all split up, and now we have freaking Frodo and Sam. They're walking to the mountain at the very end, and I'm like, this is not finished? First of all, I feel like I would be more angry, but I'm not, because of how much world building has been established in this Lord of the Rings. Like, this is a seriously hefty movie. You gotta like dose yourself with a lot of sugar in order to stay up. Well, that's what makes me stay up, is sugar, not caffeine, which is interesting. But you know, you gotta have a lot of whatever that keeps you awake to watch this movie. But if you watch this movie intently and don't fall asleep at all, you'll understand why people like it too, because I understand why people like it too. What's your favorite character in Lord of the Rings? Let me know in the comments. What's your favorite moment? Tell me everything you like about Lord of the Rings. Tell me that I'm right, tell me that I'm wrong. Do all that in the comments below. I love the world building, the character growth, all like the character relationships, just a world. I feel like I'm in a world. This is great. I'm excited for the other Lord of the Rings. I don't know what else to point out other than like, it just seems like this movie is so perfect. There's so few flaws. Like the camera movement's nice, the set dressing is nice, everything is nice about the movie. I couldn't point to you any flaws to this movie. So I gotta give this movie like a solid 8.8 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone. You know, the ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so there's a wasp near me. Oh no, that sucks. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so if I haven't reviewed on a channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that. You can fast track a movie review at patreon.com/ASERpresents. $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month, $3 a month how to draw a Pokemon tutorial, posted early and first on patreon.com/ASERpresents. And if you like to help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, you can go to this link tree to find the way you can help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews. So you can go here. And until next time, inside I'll see you later on South Cretan to make a bit. Oh no, there's an orc. It's time for me to go fight that orc. Yeah.